everybody. Today we're going to do a comparison between the new Tom Ford foundations, the Shade and Illuminate. So first we'll use the Shade and Illuminate, the first one that came out, and then we will do the Shade and Illuminate Compact. And I got them in the same color. They're both, I'm just double checking, you never know. They're both 2.0 buff, which is usually my shade. It depends. The Tom Ford shades I've noticed lately have varied because I have a couple of the foundations and they're different shades. Like the stick, I have a completely different color. In the tinted moisturizer that just came out, I got it in 1.4 bone because the next color up was a 4.0, I think it was fawn. And you know, I fall in between, so I went with the lighter since I could warm it up. I'm still trying that formulation out. I don't want to give you guys any, I don't want to give first impressions. Tinted moisturizers are one of those things I think you need to wear a little bit. So, you know, I want to try it out a little longer before I film anything. But these two foundations I have tried, but I wanted to put them on camera for you so you could see the difference. So I'm going to go ahead and do the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate, the original, and then I'll do the compact. Got to put the hair back. And I'm going to use a sponge because instead of my normal brush, because I'm going to use a sponge for the compact and I want it to be comparable. And I'll go ahead and get close so you can see it close up. I've done a comparison with this formulation and the Estee Lauder Futures Hydra Rescue, I think last month. And what I said back then is, I think I like the Estee Lauder a little bit more. I have been using the Estee Lauder a lot. The difference really is that the Tom Ford is 3 times the price. They're very similar formulas. I think the Estee Lauder wears a little bit better on me, and that's about it. I think they're very, very similar. Again, it's 3 times the price. So we're gonna see how this works with the compare to the compact. All right, so I'm gonna put on just a little bit of powder, a little bit of blush and contour just so you can see how it looks, and then we'll try the compact. Okay, so what I have on my face right now is the Shade and Illuminate in 2.0 buff. I have on the Sicily Orchid Rose blush. I have on Tom Ford Terror Bronzing, just a little bit to contour a little bit my face. I have on the Chantecaille Perfect Blur Finishing Powder. I put that on as like kind of a setting powder, then I put on the bronzer and the blush just to give myself a little bit of color. I don't have anything else except for my eyebrows done, but I don't have anything else on my face because I wanted you guys to see what it would look like. So this is the original foundation. I'd say a couple things about it. I think it looks really good. It, again, reminds me of the Estee Lauder, which is one of my favorites. It has a great consistency. It gets really good coverage. It doesn't settle into fine lines. It's $150, so it's on the expensive side, to say the least. It has a slight scent to it, but it's not overwhelming. And I think it has a decent shade range for that particular formula. So good, you know, so far so good. So that's the original. Okay, so I'm gonna take all this off. I'll show you me putting the cushion on, do the same bronzer, blush, powder, so you can see how that looks. Okay, back with the fresh face again. So we're gonna go back in. Now we're gonna use the compact. If you haven't seen it, it's beautiful packaging. I mean, it's Tom Ford, it's gorgeous. This is the top. It's got the Tom Ford on the front, and then little kit, and it opens like that. And it does come with a little puff, but I usually use makeup sponge. So I'm just gonna go in and do the same thing I did with the other formula. There we go. Let's go ahead and knock it over. Let's go ahead and get you in a little bit closer so you can see it. aren't my first thoughts because I have used it, but I've only used it for a little while. I really like the feel of it. I really enjoy the way it goes on my skin. I like it actually a little better than the original. I'm not sure why, but for me, it makes my skin look a little bit glowier than the Shade and Illuminate, which the Shade and Illuminate does actually give a pretty good glow. So, you know, but this, it feels really nice. It feels really good on my skin. It looks really dewy. It looks moisturized. My skin doesn't feel tight when I wear it. I think the color's about right for me because I'm very pale. So let me go in with the powder and a little bit of bronzer and blush so you can see the results, and I'll be right back. And we're back. So same routine. I did the compact, I did some Terra bronzer, I did some Chantecaille powder, Terra bronzer, Sisley blush. That's it, except for my eyebrows that were already done. So again, I think they're very similar looks. I think the foundation provides, if not the same amount of coverage, it's very close. It's hard to tell. If there is a difference in coverage, I'm having a difficult time telling you what it is. Yeah, I mean, it's very similar. I think it looks really pretty. I think it's got a really nice finish to it. It feels dewy. It looks good on my skin. It doesn't feel tight. I've worn it for a while. It doesn't, you know, for a relatively long period of time during the day. Doesn't wear down badly. The original Shade and Illuminate Soft Radiance Foundation has an SPF of 50. Let's see if I have with the SPF 45. So they're very similar. Yeah, one is an SPF 45, one is the SPF 50. So I mean, it's very, very close. I'm gonna say I like the compact a little bit better, to be honest with you guys. Again, I think it's really close. I don't think there's just a huge difference between the two, but I think I like the compact better. I think it's a little bit more smoothing on my skin. I think I like the coverage just a little bit more. We'll have to try it out a little bit longer. I'm gonna have to play around with them a little bit more, but I will say this, I do really enjoy it. I do really like it. So between the two of them, I think they're very close. And I also think the colors are the same. So I think the buff in the Shade and Illuminate Soft Radiance Foundation is the same, or at least I can't tell the difference between the Shade and Illuminate Foundation in the Cushion Compact. I have 2.0 buff in both of them, and it looks exactly the same to me. At least that's what it shows up on my skin. So at least you'll know that. And if you're interested in buying it, I think it's a really good choice. If you have dry skin. If you have oily skin, I can't speak to that because it's a creamy, dewy foundation for both of them. So if you have an oily skin type, maybe that might not be something that would work for you. But I think normal to dry and for more mature skin, I think they're both great. So there's my comparison for today. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope to see you again in another video really soon. And if you like the content, please hit like, please hit subscribe. It helps grow my channel. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.